Alright, so I just went out and picked up a copy of Return to Arkham recently, and of course, it's awesome. By the way, I'm going to be streaming the full Arkham series later at some point, so feel free to check out my Twitch, Comic Books vs. the World, or follow my Twitter at Comics vs. World to find out when I'll be streaming. I haven't played Arkham Asylum or Arkham City in forever, so it feels great to return to Arkham, so to speak. There's tons of great memories in these two games, and in the whole series in general. It's just simply awesome overall, which is why I was super excited to find out that a brand new Batman game set in the same universe will most likely be coming out relatively soon, courtesy of WB Montreal. Now, if you don't remember, WB Montreal is the studio behind the 2013 Arkham prequel, Batman Arkham Origins. And as I'm sure you're aware, that game wasn't very well received at the time because of all the glitches and stuff in it. But the thing is, the game itself isn't actually that bad. I liked it at least, and I still like it today. The story was cool, the character designs were fun, and I can't be the only one who thinks it's a shame that this game wasn't fully fixed up and added in with the other two games in a complete Return to Arkham bundle. Now let me backtrack a little bit and explain why I think a new game in the series is coming. So this user on Reddit, Knights of Hamel Love, he noticed something interesting in a few of the more recent videos posted to the official WB Montreal Facebook page. A couple times in these videos you can actually see employees working on what looks like a new Arkham game. You can see the Dark Knight himself in a few of these images here, looking a lot like his character model in Arkham Knight, and the whole setup, since it's running on Unreal 4, looks more modern than the last Arkham game they worked on, so it definitely looks like a new game is being made here. Now I know a lot of people are probably just going to dismiss these pictures and the videos on the Facebook page, probably with the idea that this looks too much like Arkham Knight, so that means WB Montreal simply helped out with aspects of Arkham Knight's programming. And in all honesty, that could be true. But the thing is, you can clearly see the date 9/10/2015 in the corner on this monitor here, and the only game in the Arkham series that looks like this one, which would be Arkham Knight, actually came out around the same time. And this is a screenshot of an early build of a game that apparently, based on these screenshots, utilizes some modified versions of Arkham Knight's Gotham City models, in the same way Origins used borrowed versions of Arkham City's models. So on top of the date, we also have some precedents of WB Montreal building off of established material for a Batman game. Alright, so all of this put together, these screenshots also kind of lend support to some stories that came out supporting the idea of WB Montreal working on some action-related video games that tied into DC Comics material. Now let me give you the timeline here. There was a story from IGN in June that mentioned that WB Montreal was looking for new employees to work on a new open-world, action-oriented game, potentially being developed on Unreal Engine 4 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Then in September, when Batman Arkham Knight came out, the vice president of product development for DC Games at Warner Brothers had an interview with the PlayStation blog and was asked about the possibility of more Batman games and stated the following. When choosing what DC Entertainment IP we might focus on for any game, it boils down to honing in on the IPs that map the strongest, genre-wise, to what fans are interested in seeing and playing. From there, it's about getting the development studios with the strongest passion for those IPs to make the games. We don't have anything to talk about at this time, but the possibilities are endless with a character as dynamic and as beloved as Batman. Later on, towards the end of last year, in December, a number of bloggers and fans started pointing out that WB Montreal had the following statement posted on their website, which is actually still there if you go ahead and check them out. The link's in the description. We are currently recruiting. We are a growing studio with 2 AAA projects in development focused on expanding the DC Comics universe in the interactive space. Now, I don't know about you, but all in all, that sounds a lot to me like Warner Brothers is most likely not only making a new Arkham game, but could be releasing it very soon. The only question now is, what will this new game be? Now, a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be Arkham Origins 2, with a story set in between Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum, and other people are thinking the version of Gotham City in the stills, with the way it's been modified, looks too big for just Batman, meaning that we're probably going to be looking at a Justice League game, or a crossover game with Superman, or something like that. Now, out of the two, I personally hope that we get the former, and that it feature a lot of heavily edited versions of things that we saw in Arkham Knight, like the Batmobile without so many tank battles, or an actual Deathstroke fight like we got in the first Arkham Origins. Maybe we could actually get a full Gotham City to protect this time around. And by that, I mean a city that isn't evacuated because of some big threat, or the streets are empty because of some reason or another. No, I want a bigger version of what we got in Arkham City, where you had to save some people from groups of enemies, and a cleaner version of the car chases in Arkham Knight while they're at it, so you don't just have to blow up cars with the Batmobile to catch somebody. I'm also hoping that if this is the case, this Arkham Origins sequel would tie up some of the loose ends and dangling plot devices in the series too. Like maybe we get to see the Suicide Squad in action, or deal with the events of Nightfall or something like that. So to sum that up, I just want to beat up some purse snatchers, and I want to catch people in cars without shooting them, on top of big stylized boss battles like we got in the first Arkham Origins, with a ton of fun Easter eggs and references like in Arkham Asylum, all packaged in a big badass blend of amazing Batman stories like we've gotten so far in other games in this series. series. All that having been said, I also wouldn't mind finally seeing a Batman Beyond game. Now, fans have been calling for this one for years, and I think something like Batman Beyond would be a great way for WB Montreal to put their own unique spin on the Batman mythos while still being able to tie it in with the existing Arkhamverse that Rocksteady created. Now, if this is the case, if WB Montreal is actually making a Batman Beyond game, we can actually explain away some of the discrepancies in the screenshots, like saying that the Batman model we see here is just a placeholder so they can test the new mechanics, and the modified version of Gotham City is just an early build of the futuristic Gotham we're going to end up seeing by the end of things, stuff like that. Now, going with that idea, I really want to see a great Batman Beyond game. I played the crappy N64 movie tie-in when that one came out, and even though it's fun to dust it off and play through once in a while for the nostalgia factor, I'd rather have a Batman Beyond game that lets you explore the future Gotham City and have fun while you do it. Let's fly over rooftops. Let's team up with Commissioner Barbara Gordon and the GCPD against a bunch of future villains like Blight and the Jokers, and have a ton of fun with all the future gadgets and the Batsuit that Terry McGinnis gets to play around with on a regular basis. All in all, I think a new Arkham game will be coming out in the future. I think that WB Montreal is more than capable of coming up with another awesome game in the series, and I can't wait to see what they come up with if and when they finally release the first trailer for the game. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to click that like button, maybe leave me a comment while you're at it, and go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out any of my social media pages. I've got a Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. All those links are going to be in the description below. And I've also got my last video right there in the middle of your screen, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and click it, check it out. Alright, and I will see you all next time.